The rain and the knock. The rain poured mercilessly over the empty highway. Ethan Cole, the CEO of a billion-dollar company, sat alone in his luxury car, the wipers struggling to keep up. He wasn't heading home, because home hadn't felt like home in years. It had been 2 years since he'd lost his wife, and silence had become his only company. As he slowed down near an old gas station, a sudden thud startled him. A faint figure appeared through the rain. A young woman, drenched from head to toe, clutching something in her arms. She knocked desperately on his window. "Please," she cried, her voice trembling. "My child, he's sick. I need help." Ethan hesitated. He had met beggars, con artists, and scammers before, but something about her eyes, full of panic and love, made him unlock the door. "Get in," he said quietly. The girl, barely in her 20s, slid in, holding a small, shivering boy wrapped in a thin blanket. The child's lips were pale, his breathing shallow. Ethan's cold heart clenched. "Hospital?" he asked. She nodded, her tears mixing with rain. "Please, sir. He has a fever. I've been walking for miles." Without another word, Ethan hit the accelerator. The ride to the hospital. The car sped through the storm. The woman kept whispering to her child, "Hold on, baby, please." Ethan glanced at the rearview mirror. The boy couldn't have been more than 3 years old. "What's his name?" Ethan asked softly. "Liam," she replied. He hasn't eaten properly in days. I lost my job at the cafe last week. I didn't know where else to go." Her voice cracked. Ethan noticed her hands trembling, not from cold, but from exhaustion. They reached the hospital. Ethan rushed in first, yelling for a doctor. He paid the deposit without a second thought. Hours later, the boy was stable. The young woman sat outside the ward, head in her hands. "Thank you," she whispered when Ethan handed her a cup of coffee. "You saved him." Ethan just nodded. He wasn't sure why he cared. But for the first time in years, he did. The morning after. When Ethan came back the next morning, he found the little boy sitting up, smiling faintly. The woman introduced herself. "I'm Mia. I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Ethan," he said simply. Mia told him her story, how she'd lost her parents, worked at a cafe, and struggled to raise Liam alone. Ethan listened silently. There was something honest, something pure about her. When she tried to return the hospital bill, Ethan refused. "Consider it a favor," he said. But Mia shook her head. "I don't take charity, sir. If you need help, any kind of work, I'll do it." Ethan studied her determined face. "Fine," he said. "My company needs a temporary assistant." She looked surprised, but hopeful. The change. Weeks passed. Mia started working at Ethan's office. Everyone noticed how the once stern CEO had begun to smile again. He brought coffee for her sometimes, played with Liam in the office garden after work, and even laughed, a sound no one had heard in years. Mia's kindness began to heal the cracks in his heart. And Ethan's care brought peace to her struggling life. But one day, Ethan's business rival recognized Mia, and revealed a secret from her past that could destroy everything.